Yo, what's going on, guys? Andrew here from ImpactfulAesthetics.com, and today I'm going to be doing a 1-month, in-depth, updated review on Uronabol by Vintage Muscle. Now, I do want to preface this video by saying nothing in this video is medical advice. Please consult your doctor. I'm not a doctor, so yeah, don't take anything what I say to be medical advice. If you do want to pick this up or any other Vintage Muscle products, link in the description, or code Andrew, all capitals, and then the numbers 10. Andrew 10 saves you 28% off at checkout. Now, what is Uronabol? So it's hydroxyuroic acid. There's a whole bunch of numbers in there, but essentially it's a plant derived from terpenoid, which is essentially what's found in apple peels, basil, rosemary, and thyme. Now, it's not efficacious if you eat it, but in high concentrated levels, like in Uronabol, which is 215 milligrams of this active ingredient, has a lot of muscle building, fat loss effects. So it essentially acts on the IGF-1, which is your insulin-like growth factor 1, mTOR, which is your muscle building pathway, and suppresses the atrophy genes, which are FOXO, MER-RF1, and ATF4. Now, atrophy is obviously the degradation of muscle mass, so say you got into a car accident, you couldn't walk for 6 months, your legs are going to be skinny. That's an example. So in the clinical studies, it has been shown to boost strength, muscle quality, and the endurance. Now, these studies are all on animals, but I believe personally that they translate to humans. Now, the first study here is mice who were fed a high-fat diet. So they were fed uracilic acid in their diet for several weeks while they were on the high-fat diet. And so the muscle mass and muscle fiber size increased dramatically. The grip strength of the mice increased dramatically, and their treadmill endurance subsequently, and their fat accumulation went down, their cholesterol and blood sugar went down. The mechanisms through which this happened were the IGF-1 pathway, mTOR signaling, AKT signaling, and the blood flow signaling. Excuse me. So there's a bunch of studies here. So another one goes mice again. 10% increase in muscle mass, 30% increase in strength, and suppress the atrophy AT4 genes. So they were also aged mice, so they were quite old in mice years, obviously. Their musculature and their muscle endurance functioned similarly to that of younger mice, right? So pretty impressive stuff, I would say. The dog's anti-atrophy effects, so negative 50% muscle wasting gene expression, and the genes that were linked to metabolism and muscle health increased a lot. The dogs were also way more active and had better Maze test scores. So there's the last one. There's like 6 studies here, but I'm just going to go over the humans because probably you're a human watching this, I would assume, I would hope. You're not a canine or a feline. But yeah, humans, resistance training study, Korea, 2014. Resistance trained men, so they were already in the gym, working out, getting huge. And so it was 8 weeks with their training normally, but they took uracilic acid capsules. Now, this is a sublingual dropper. You drop it under your tongue. It absorbs through the mucosal membrane, I believe that's what it's called. And it passes through the blood-brain barrier, so it actually works better than capsules because it's not as bioavailable, so just keep that in mind. So their IGF-1 increased, so their insulin-like growth factor increased. Urisin, which is an exercise hormone, increased. Their isokinetic strength increased, and their body fat decreased. But there was no muscle mass gain. But these were also experienced lifters, so they'd already been gaining for like 8 years. So I'm saying if you're just starting in the gym, this would be a good product to take, right? Or laxagenin, the anabolic shred stack. This and laxagenin are going to be on essentially the same level. And so if you guys didn't see my anabolic shred stack video, I love laxagenin. My strength shoots up on that stuff. Completely non-hormonal and natural. Uronabol, I just noticed better pumps, right? So I look like a lot bigger when I'm lifting. I'm about 190, I would assume. I haven't weighed myself in a while. But yeah, so I've been taking Uronabol. I'm actually not taking anything else, so that's a good indicator of how the progress has been. My strength has been going up. Granted, it's only 1 to 2 reps, but I mean, I'm also in a heavy deficit. So normally that wouldn't happen completely off everything. And so I can assume it's the Uronabol because in my past experiences, I've been training since I was 13. So that's 8 years of training, lifting. And so the Uronabol is making me make progress within my lift. And yeah, so essentially what you can expect from this: increase in muscle mass, decrease in body fat, moderate to significant increase in strength depending on how you are on that training spectrum. You know, if you're 1 year in, you're going to see, you know, maybe 20 pounds on your bench. If you're 8 years in, like me, or even further, granted, I don't know how long any of you have been training, but if you're even further than that, maybe a rep or two extra in the gym. And that's not bad for something you don't have to crash your hormones or cycle off of. So it's pretty awesome. What do I give Uronabol? I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. If you guys have ever tried vintage muscle products before, the taste is absolutely horrendous, though. I do want to mention this. So I guess I'll do my raw reaction because I haven't taken it today. So I do 1 milliliter. But yeah, this is like that. Plus it has like a chalky taste. So just be cognizant of that. I don't want you, you know, checking it out and then tasting it and be like vomiting in the kitchen or something. So yeah. Gosh, that is horrendous. That's the only complaint with this product, so that's why it gets dropped down to an 8. Otherwise, it would be like a 9.5 because, I mean, it's helping me maintain my strength, which strength helps me maintain my muscle mass on a cut, so I really do like that. Yeah, I give this an 8. If you do want to pick it up or any other vintage muscle products, code Andrew10 saves you 28% off at checkout. Furthermore, if you do have any questions for me, please hit me up at Impactful Aesthetics on Instagram. I respond to every single DM I get, so I can help you guys get coached and, you know, help you reach your fat loss fitness goals. Also, I do check the comments, but that's kind of occasional, so, you know, it is what it is, right? But yeah, I hope you have a superfluous day, whoever you are watching this. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.